You're beating hard, feel the beat and dance. Competition's on, and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. What we came to do, yeah, yeah. Grooving like we've got to prove that we're the champs. We choose to break the dance floor now, yeah, yeah. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Rock you like a disco ball, dance just say too fun. Feel you're beating hard, feel the beat and dance. Competition's on, and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. What we came to do, yeah, yeah. Grooving like we've got to prove that we're the champs. We choose to break the dance floor now, yeah, yeah. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Rock you like a disco ball, dance just say too fun. Feel you're beating hard, feel the beat and dance. Competition's on, and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what what you got. Here I go, we ready or not. Shake a leg, it's time to face off, off. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Where's the party that's gonna hit the stars? We're gonna show them what we came to do. Yeah, grooving like we've got to prove that we're the champs. We choose to break the dance floor now. Yeah, come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not. Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Rock you like a disco ball, dance जैसे तूफान. Feel your beating heart, feel the beat and dance. Competition's on and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not. Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Where's the party that's gonna hit the stars? We're gonna show them what we came to do. Yeah, grooving like we've got to prove that we're the champs. We choose to break the dance floor now. Yeah, come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not. Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Rock you like a disco ball, dance जैसे तूफान. Feel your beating heart, feel the beat and dance. Competition's on and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not. Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Where's the party that's gonna hit the stars? We're gonna show them what we came to do. Yeah, yeah, grooving like we've got to prove that we're the chance we choose to break the dance floor now. Yeah, yeah, come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Rock you like a disco ball. Dance जैसे तूफान. Feel your beating heart. Feel the beat and dance. Competition's on and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Where's the party that's gonna hit the stars? We're gonna show them what we came to do. Yeah, yeah, grooving like we've got to prove that we're the chance we choose to break the dance floor now. Yeah, yeah, come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Rock you like a disco ball. Dance जैसे तूफान. Feel your beating heart. Feel the beat and dance. Competition's on and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Hot Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Where's the party that's gonna hit the stars? We're gonna show them what we came to do. Yeah, yeah, grooving like we've got to prove that we're the chance we choose to break the dance floor now. Yeah, yeah, come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Drop. Rock you like a disco ball. Dance जैसे तूफान. Feel your beating heart. Feel the beat and dance. Competition's on and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Where's the party that's gonna hit the stars? We're gonna show them what we came to do. Yeah, yeah, grooving like we've got to prove that we're the chance we choose to break the dance floor now. Yeah, yeah, come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League, Desi Dance League, National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Drop. Rock you like a disco ball. Dance जैसे तूफान. Feel your beating heart. Feel the beat and dance. Competition's on and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off.
Hello. How is everybody doing tonight? Oh wait, I forgot this is YouTube live stream. You guys can get back to it. But nice to meet you guys. My name is Lucas Yoshi. I'm one of the advisors for this season's NDDL for this year's NDDL season. I was the director last year, and alongside myself is Rakshan Adamji. I'm gonna let Rakshan speak for himself so that I don't mess up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sean. I'm one of the co-directors for this season of NDDL. Last season, I was the CFO. So for those of you who guys competed with us last season, you probably heard from me pretty often throughout the season. For those of you who didn't compete with us in the past, great to have you guys here. As you guys know, we are as you guys know, we're growing this year with our league, and we would love to have as many new.
I believe we're having some technical difficulties. Can we figure out the music is still going? All right, perfect. Sorry, Roshan.
Yeah, but for those of you guys who have competed with us in the past, welcome back. We have some exciting new changes for the season, and for those of you guys who haven't competed with us yet, welcome back, welcome here. We'd love for you guys to ask all your questions, just to get an idea of what our league is, and just be able to explain what we are doing for season 4 of NDDL. Lokesh,
Wait,
should we start?
are you guys able to hear us now? Can you guys please drop a quick comment to let us know if you guys can hear? All right, perfect. All right, yeah, we can get started then. In that case, Rikshan, I'm gonna let you start off. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up before I mess up more.
Yeah, so going into our league structure for season 4. So for those of you guys who have been following NDDL, you know that each season we're able to kind of tweak what we do, and we're able to build off of the feedback that we hear from all of our teams, our partner competitions. And because of that, we have heard our teams. And for this season, we're going to have our continuing regional model, right? So last season we had regions in which all of our teams were part of, which allowed for lower travel time for all of our competitions. So for example, for teams, a lot of you guys have a lot of money and expenditures that are going off of travel, right? So we know if you're going to 2-3 competitions a year, you're traveling a lot for that, and that really does build up a bulk of those costs. So what we've introduced is this regional model, which allows for lower costs as you're able to drive to a lot of those competitions, or even if you have to fly, it's a much shorter distance, right? Another cool thing is that it starts building a regional identity. So for a lot of you guys who know sports throughout the world, but even in the US, there's a very strong regional identity where fans come out to watch the teams that they want to support. And obviously, that's a little bit harder if a team is flying halfway across the country to compete, right? But by having a regional model, we're able to increase that fan and viewership experience, and actually get a large audience following that's able to come out and support you while you're competing. So for the season, we're going to have 4 regional partner competitions throughout the country. And those regional partner competitions will be based off of partner competition applications, based off of those applications and how those competitions interview and how we're able to discuss. That's how we're going to be picking our top partner competitions for our teams. And teams will be competing in the regional competition that is closest to them, right? So this is a geographical decision. Like I said, help on those costs to actually fly out to, or at least travel to those competitions. However, teams also have the ability to request a second partner competition that they can compete in, which means that they can compete in their region and also an additional region, right? And this is depending on availability and spots within those competitions. But you have the ability to request that as we go through the application process. Um, how do we qualify for nationals, right? So the end goal for all NDDL teams is to compete at nationals at the largest possible stage that South Asian dance has seen in the country, right? So the way to qualify for that, in previous years, we have done different ranking systems. Last year, we used the ELA ranking system. For this year, we're moving to a more standardized system where the top 3 teams that place at each competition will make it and qualify for nationals. So super simple qualification process. You just know that you have to, hey, get top 3 at each competition that you, or at the partner competition that you attend. What does that mean if you attend 2 partner competitions versus 1? That means that you do have double the chances of then going, or at least 2 chances to qualify top 3 and then attend nationals. Passing on to Lokesh.
And with that comes the weekend experience, right? So a typical NDDO weekend experience kicks off Friday evening with your gala night, right? And in previous years in other leagues, we've all experienced a mixer. NDDO takes it up a notch by doing gala night, right? This is where everyone comes in with formalized or standardized dress code of some sort that partner comms will get to choose, and then at nationals we will be choosing. By we, I mean the wonderful directors and the wonderful board of NDDL. Now, with Gala Night, your judges are there, the team members are there, our media vendors are there, everyone is there. And it's supposed to be an amazing night to kind of help you guys forget about the weekend stresses before competition day on Saturday, right? So this is where you guys can actually truly, mix with each other, as one would say, get to know about each other, get to know about the teams, just forget about having to compete against one another literally in like 12 hours, and also get to still choose your show order, being double blinded, get to play really fun interactive games, not your typical, corn, throw the what are those baggies with the cornhole, Rickshaw? What's that called? The cornhole game, right? You guys actually get like unique stuff instead of that. But no, I mean, Gala night is a way for you to interact with the judges, get to actually meet who the people judging you the next day are, get to learn more about them, and also get to showcase your own talent in a fun way instead of having to be in a competitive nature. And then going from Gala night to competition day, so this is where the fun, I guess you can say, continues, right? You have your show day, which your competition, which is in the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, right? That's when it'll begin. And then from there, you also have your after party. Now, in the NDDO model, there are no optional after parties or mixers, gala nights, right? Now, unless a competition is not able to host it due to some circumstances that are beyond their control, it is expected from the competitions to also offer the after party experience, right? And with NDDL, we try to establish a minimum after party guidelines to make sure that you guys, as competitors, as attendees, actually have an enjoyable time, right? And you're not just walking into an empty hall with really, ratchet sound and barely any lighting, right? And we also hold our PCs to the highest standard, ensuring that all safety is there and they're compliant with our standards, right? We do have safety guidelines in place to ensure everyone's well-being, and just make sure that everyone is able to have a good time without having to worry about certain things. And then comes Sunday. Sunday is where NDDOCon happens. Now, this is something that no other league has ever offered before, and South Asian Bollywood fusion has never really offered before either, across the world. And this is called NDDO Con, which is short form for NDDO Convention. This is where either one of your judges or then another instructor from the NDDL network comes and actually teaches a workshop, right? So at Nationals, for example, in the past, we've had River Novan teach a workshop. We've had Dharmic teach a workshop. We've had Taniski teach a workshop. So it's always very high standard, high caliber performers, high caliber judges, high caliber artists teaching these workshops, giving you guys the best quality, not education, but best quality dance possible, right? We want to make sure you guys are learning from the best of the best and are also able to experience the NDDO standard firsthand, right? The people who are judging you are now also dancing side by side with you, and so it's a great way to be interactive with people, get to mingle, get to also make connections, network. You never know how where these connections can always take your dance career and beyond that, and so it's a great way for you guys to be interactive. And I will give it right back to Rickshawn so I don't keep yapping.
Yeah, and kind of adding on to that a little bit, real quick, is that NDDL really is committed to that weekend long experience, right? We want to make sure that competitors have that best experience. We know that as dancers, you're spending thousands of hours of your time, lots of money as well, to compete, and you really do deserve the best of the best from every stage of that experience. And NDDL is very strongly committed to making sure that you're able to have that experience of that weekend where you're able to have those memories that'll last you a lifetime with all your friends, and everyone that you're competing with. Moving on to our set length. So for those of you guys who have known NDDL, you've known that from the past 3 seasons, we've operated under a 5-minute set length, right? That includes your intro video. For season 4, we've heard some feedback based off of our teams from the last couple of years, and we've heard that a lot of teams have been like, hey, 5 minutes is great. It solves a lot of the issues that we initially were intending to with the 5-minute set, and bringing on that, making it a much more sustainable circuit where, hey, now you don't need to be spending 20 to 30 hours a week just to create a winning set, right? You're making it a lot more accessible for teams to be able to bring that quality of dance throughout the league and just showcase their skill while creating those memories without becoming a burden on your academic career. Um, However, we've also heard that, hey, 5 minutes seems to be a little bit too short in terms of that storytelling aspect, right? We know from our league that storytelling is a really core aspect of how we develop set lengths and how teams go about creating their themes and their sets for for the season, right? So because of that, we're changing our set length to 7 minutes, and this includes your intro video. So, what does that mean with including your intro video? That means that that is completely on you. How you split up that time as a team is completely up to you. You can either have no intro video and just dance. You can have the intro video as long as you want. You don't even have to have an intro video. It can be a video in the middle of the dance. Again, completely up to you guys. And we want that to be completely for the teams rather than being a really formulaic system. We want that creativity to fall upon the teams where, hey, this is really what fits best for your individual set and what brings the story about. Right. And we want teams to have the narrative freedom to be able to do as much as possible within the time limit given. You can pass that on to Lokesh.
And with the set length comes our judging. Right now, this is something that um, is completely different than what most dancers are used to in other circuits. Most teams are used to in other circuits, and that is that we have centralized rubrics. We have NDDL standardized judging, and everything is done on the basis of meritocracy, right? And what that basically means is with our centralized rubric, everything is supposed to be standardized, and you guys are getting an equal experience across your comps, also at nationals, right? So you won't be facing a different rubric during your competing season, and then a different rubric at nationals. You won't be facing various types of judges where at one comp you might have really well qualified judges, but then at the other comp you might have alumni of dance teams that are performing on stage, right? What we try to do is keep it as fair as possible, as centralized as possible, and also as standardized as possible. What that means is all judges go through a very meticulous NDDL approval process where they do have to interview with us. There are two different rounds, and this is to ensure that there is fair judging at every NDDL competition across the realm, right? We try to ensure that all of our judges understand the rubric, understand how to judge these teams, and also understand the team's backgrounds. Right? We understand that they have to understand that Bollywood fusion in the collegiate circuit and in the United States is much different than how your competing like professional dance like teams might be. And so, based on that, our judges are vetted and then they're approved, and our PCs must book judges based on our judges portal. Along with that is our centralized rubric. The centralized rubric was made with many people in the circuit, many people beyond the circuit as well. And we know it's identical, standardized parameters used at every regional event and at nationals, right? So once again, same rubric across the realm, and this is to ensure that you guys, as dancers, as competitors, are able to experience the same standardized judging without having to guess how to make changes to your set based on judging or whatever, right? Different judges will not mean a different judging experience. Different judges will just mean, oh, okay, cool, it's just different people, but it'll be the same way judging is done. And that's where the fairness comes, where we're trying to ensure that there is no more bias. We're trying to ensure that the scoring is as fair as possible, and we're also open to any feedback given by you guys. Roshan.
Yeah, another really cool feature that we have with our judges is many of you guys may or may not know, we have our NDDL Discord, right? And where you can find that link is straight in our at our website at nddl.com. And this Discord is really great. We use it for all open communications within the community, beyond just NDDL. But within this Discord, you'll find a channel with all of our judges where you can ask them questions. You can reach out to them like, hey, even throughout the season, right? Even before your competitions, you can reach out to the judges asking questions about your set, any advice they have, any questions you have specifically about that rubric. And it's really great to have that resource just throughout the season and be able to grow as dancers even beyond just competing within the season, but as just overall as dancers and just have that opportunity to chat with judges kind of year round. Moving on to our application process, right? So we've talked a lot about our league, and we're happy to go through any questions you guys have about that. But how do you apply, right? Everyone's really excited about this. we are introducing our brand new NDDL portal this season. We're doing a lot of really cool stuff with this, and kind of just taking away a lot of the pain points that we've heard from dancers throughout the past few years, right? Usually, there's going to be a lot of different types of Google Drives that you're uploading the same information again and again. And we've kind of been like, hey, this is kind of a pain point that we should address. So we've created the NDDL portal where this portal is great. You go directly through our website, and this is where application is hosted. Your application's directly through this NDDL portal where teams only have to submit one application. What this means is you're not applying to each individual PC. You're only submitting one application. All logistical information is only submitted once. It's made super convenient for you. And the nice thing is that we require no audition video, right? So a lot of times for teams, when you're coming back from the summer, you're going through like, hey, you're recruiting new members, you're trying to develop your set, you're also filming your audition video, and it just adds a lot of stress in the beginning of the year. And we've looked at that and been like, hey, a lot of these teams, they've been around for many years, they've competed consistently, they've performed consistently. And as long as teams have existed in previous years, they've competed, they've performed, no audition video is required for those teams throughout that application process. The nice thing about this is that when you're applying to NDDL, it's all logistical information and no information about like, hey, here's the video of our audition video. You're not submitting multiple applications. It's all kept as streamlined and convenient for you as possible. Beyond the application, what will this NDDL portal do? This NDDL portal is going to house all of the logistical information and registration processes within the portal, right? So every PC that you attend, your information is added through the portal. You're not applying and re-adding that information multiple times, right? Adding everyone's sizing and their names and stuff. We don't need to add that multiple times, add that once, and then you can send that off to each PC straight from there. That the same information would follow you to nationals should you be able to qualify for nationals. And really, we're just trying to make sure and kind of develop a one of a kind application for teams to be able to use and competitors to be able to use to kind of make everyone's life a little bit easier. Another cool thing that we're going to be releasing soon, which we're super excited about, is the NDDL app, right? We're introducing a lot of new cool features to the NDDL app, and this will be open to all NDDL competitors throughout the season, kind of a new space for South Asian dancers throughout the US and even hopefully beyond, just to be able to connect and be able to do a lot of really cool things. So we're going to be announcing that more formally shortly. But for right now, the NDDL portal really is the really is where all of your information is going to be housed to really keep that process easiest for you. Move on to Lokesh.
And with that, guys, we want to hear from you guys. Ask us any questions you may have. We're gonna be here for a quick second. Ask away. We're trying to be as open as possible. And so we'll give it a quick second. Let's look at these questions.
I see a question asking about Vegas. We definitely have seen that feedback. We've had every single one of our competitors absolutely love our venue for nationals over the last 2 years. And let's be honest, what is the entertainment capital of the world? It is truly Vegas. And NDDL is committed to making sure that we have the best possible experience for teams. And we are going to make sure that we host at the biggest possible stage.
How many total teams at nationals? So as of right now, based on the current model that we have, there will be 12 teams at nationals. Your top 3 teams from each of the regionals will proceed to nationals. Now that is subject to change based on various factors such as how many teams apply, how many PCs we get, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, so what's going to I'll go first. I see that what's going to change with communication from last year to this year, and will we get liaisons? So for communication, we're continuing to use Discord as our main application and main source of communication, just to keep everyone on the same page. So basically, as teams and PCs are onboarded, there's going to be a different channel created for each team, and you guys can ask. You guys can have any questions in there. As many members of your team in there, as well as the whole NDDL board in there. So all communication would go through there to make sure that nothing's missed. We also have our Calendly up That way, you guys can ask questions or you guys can, have calls with us directly. Regarding liaisons, for our regional competitions, that's completely up to our competitions. At nationals this season, what we had is you had certain members who weren't like formalized liaisons, but rather they were still your formal point of contact with any questions, any issues that you had. They would be able to kind of contact and reach out for you, and that'll still be the case for nationals. I think I see a question about whether the NDDL. Let's see. Is the NDDL contract going to be binding? So no, from our end, we have no restrictions on which leagues you can compete in. Really, we just want as many possible teams to be able to compete. We want it to be the most open space, the most inclusive space possible, where all teams are able to compete at the highest possible level. So there is no there is no restriction from our end.
Are the NDDL con fees going to be looped in within the nationals fees, or can we opt out? So that will be a question that we'll be able to answer closer to nationals once we have the venue contracts finalized and we have estimated cost finalized. So we can circle back to that when the time comes, and definitely we can have an answer for you guys that is solidified.
I see a lot of questions about registration fees. So again, for partner competitions, those fees are going to be very similar to what teams are used to. You can expect from that. What that includes is your usual Friday gala dinner, your Saturday show day lunch and dinner. Breakfast is usually negotiated into the hotel blocks, so that would be included for that. And then also just attendance of the competition, attendance of the gala. Anything beyond that is up to the discretion of our regional partner competitions. Regarding price for nationals, for our end from NDDL's end, we really are focusing on being able to make the most sustainable circuit. So we're going to focus on being able to keep those costs as low as possible, given sponsorships that we have and just other support that we have.
How many PCs will there be per region? As of right now, there will be one PC per region. Now that is subject to change. Like I said before, just depending on how many teams do apply. If many more teams apply than estimated, then yes, we will be expanding the PC reach beyond the one PC per region, and we will be welcoming other PCs to the platform.
How many teams are PCs going to get? So our main goal for team PCs, so I know it was different last year with our shorter set length, but our goal for number of teams competing at each PC, if it's just a fusion competition with just NDDL teams, our goal is going to be 12 teams at that PC. I know we've had hybrid competitions in the past with the Bungar circuit, the Ross circuit, classical circuit, in which case we're also very open to that, in which case we would hope to have at least 8 teams at those competitions to maintain a good level of fun.
Is prop rigging allowed? So prop rigging will be up to each individual PC depending on how venues are contracted, I guess. Depending on your venue rules, some venues do allow rigging, some do not. So we do recommend asking your PCs when the time comes about rigging. But we do advise our PCs to inform the teams in their reg packets about these types of things. So the answer should be within the packets when the time comes. When do we find out about which comps we get into? So you find out later in the season. By later in the season, I mean later in the fall. So around December is when you will find out what comps you have gotten into. We will try our best to move that timeline up, but once again, I cannot commit to that right now. It just depends on various factors.
See, for the NDDL portal, are all team members able to use it or just the leadership? So basically the way that works for right now is for the portal, each team will have their own login. Who gets access to that is completely dependent on each PC, or sorry, not PC, each team. If the team chooses to give that access out to all their members, that's fine. If it's just their leadership, that's completely up to them as well. But it is one login per team just to keep the ease of being able to use the portal for now. However, once we get to the NDDL application and once we're able to release that, or the NDDL app, sorry, that'll have more the availability for each team member to have their own individual login for that.
Are there any wildcard entries? Are there any wildcard entries to nationals? There will not be any wildcard competing teams. Now, exhibition applications, we will be releasing more information about those closer to nationals, and whether they happen or not will also be a decision made closer to nationals. Um, will there be judges' feedback time at nationals? That will be a question that will be answered in the nationals reg packet, which we will be releasing late half midway through the season once we have a better idea of nationals, the dates, and everything like that. We will be able to releasing information related to that.
However, for our judges' feedback, we are kind of working to make sure that we're able to present judges' feedback that's given either actually written down during your performances in the best possible way, and kind of working with our judges as to see how they're able to provide the most possible feedback during the performances themselves. You see, since it's direct qualifiers, is the ELO system gone? Yes. So for this season, we're no longer using the ELO system. We're going to be using the direct qualifier system. So if a team places in the top 3 at their PC, they automatically qualify for nationals. Yeah. So yeah, we're not using ELO system for this season.
How many teams are allowed in each PC? So, like Rickshawn mentioned before, the goal is 12 teams per PC if it is just an NDDL comp. Now, if it is a hybrid competition, that kind of changes in terms of how many teams can attend the competition. And once we have a better idea of what competitions will be within the community and how many teams they can take from NDDL, we will be sure to share that information with our teams.
Will NDDLCon just be for nationals or for PCs as well? So NDDLCon is going to be confirmed for nationals. Like we said earlier, like nationals really is that premier possible experience for dancers. However, we are working with our PCs to kind of build NDDLCon into each of our PCs if possible. I know that different PCs have different capabilities with venues, etc. But we are really going to try to work with our PCs to be able to include NDDLCon at all of our competitions. I know for me as a dancer, like it's great to be able to attend workshops with sometimes instructors and judges, right? They're coming over from throughout the country, throughout the world, where usually I don't have that opportunity or may not have that opportunity to learn from them. And having that opportunity at your competition when you're already in that spirit of dance, it would be great to learn from all of them. So we are truly trying to work with all of our PCs to build NDDLCon as a consistent experience throughout all of our competitions. If we get matched to a region and we want to move to another region, can we make those requests? Yeah, so basically after teams are confirmed, after our PCs are confirmed, we're going to let all competitions, we're going to let all teams know like, hey, these are our PCs for the season. This is the region that you've been currently placed in. This is the date that this regional will be happening. And then if for whatever reason you're not able to make that, you want to make a move, we can work and accommodate with teams just to make sure that you're still able to compete and still able to get that best experience. Yeah, so we're able to work with each team kind of on a case-by-case basis for that. Let's see.
How does tech time work? How about lighting? So in terms of tech time, what NDDL we don't mandate tech time. Instead, we have this thing called a stage walkthrough. Now, with the stage walkthrough, essentially you get 7 minutes to walk the stage, get a feel for it. If you want to, run some segments, that is dependent on the venue and how open the comp board and the venue board is. Now, how stage walkthrough will work at nationals? Same thing. It'll be 7 minutes. Now, what you guys will be allowed to do and not allowed to do will be something that we will be able to release closer to nationals once we once again have our venue contracts finalized and have a better understanding of how our scheduling will be for such. Lightings for lighting, we do require that all lighting cues are submitted well in advance. So there is a 2-week advance for nationals, and that is to ensure that all lighting programming is done accurately. We have the best of the best working on that stuff, so there should not be any issues there. If a team places top 3 at one comp and then goes to an optional comp and places again, will the 4th place team qualify? So in that case, what we will do is
we will go next in the highest scoring, right? So at both comps combined, we will just look at whoever scored highest after, and we will also they will be eligible to place.
Is the rubric the same? So this is a tried and tested rubric. We've worked with more and more judges throughout the years. We've gotten feedback about it. But for right now, the rubric is going to be the same. For those of you who haven't seen the rubric can be found under our website. It has a detailed breakdown of what each section entails. And if you guys have further questions, you can definitely feel free to reach out to us, or you can ask in the judges channel as well and kind of get more clarity from the judges themselves. But that rubric is going to be remaining the same this season. What's the max number of dancers allowed on a roster for PC? So NDDL doesn't actually have a maximum capacity for dancers, right? We want teams to be able to attend as many, or we want as many people as possible to be able to attend as many competitions as possible. So we don't have a maximum number of dancers on a roster. Will we get liaisons? I think, like I said before, it's going to be point of contacts. So may not be what you traditionally see from liaisons. However, that point of contact will be there to be able to help you and assist you throughout any questions, any guidance you need throughout the weekend, along with the NDDL board that's always there. As we get towards our competitions, especially for nationals, we do make it a point to make sure that all competing teams have the phone numbers of all board members. They can call us, they can text us, and we make ourselves available throughout the weekend to make sure that any questions, any concerns are addressed directly and right away.
And guys, Discord is also something that is monitored continuously during our nationals. It is a great resource for you guys in terms of communication, and it may actually be more frequently checked than like messages or a direct stream of communication elsewhere.
Yeah, it really does make it kind of easier if everything's on the same place. We also have so many other random channels in there, even just built for the community for very specific, very specific competitions. So Discord really is a good place to make sure that you're having all communications go through there if possible.
Will fees be communicated more ahead of time than last year? Yes, fees will be communicated well in advance. Like we said before, it's 4 regional competitions in the nationals, so our timeline is a bit different than it was in prior seasons. Hence, the communication will also be much more advanced than it has been in prior seasons.
And like we've done in prior seasons, that those fees will be communicated very directly through our reg packets. We've always made sure that from our side as NDDL, we really want to make sure that, hey, what the fees are, what they include is very clear. And once again, we'll make sure that that's communicated clearly through the reg packets. And if there's any questions or anything that you have of that, you can ask in the chats. You can give one of us a call, schedule a call through Calendly, and that's always there.
And guys, we will hang out for a bit more. If you guys do still have any more questions, we're more than happy to answer those for you guys. Are the application deadline system and amount staying the same? So actually, this is for all of the teams and all of the PCs present in this call right now. If you guys apply by tonight, 11:59 p.m. Eastern, your team app fee will be waived for teams. Your roster fee will still be enact. You guys will still be responsible for fulfilling those costs, but your team application fee will be waived if you apply by tonight, 11:59. And for our PCs, your association fee will be waived if you apply by tonight, 11:59 p.m. And we accept you as a PC. So that is just a way of us saying thank you for joining this town hall. Thank you for asking us questions. Thank you for gaining more clarity into how our upcoming season will be, and just a gesture of goodwill.
Regarding the general deadline system, those deadlines are on our website in our reg packets. For those of you guys who haven't seen, if you guys go to nddl.com/resources, we have our PC and team reg packets up there. You can give it a quick look. Any questions you have beyond that, again, you can feel free to let us know. Is the team application binding? No, the team application is not binding. We really just want teams to be able to apply, to be able to check out the season. However, for whatever reason, you're not able to attend a competition, your team application fee is non-refundable. However, it's not binding in terms of, you're allowed to compete wherever you want. However, once you are committed to a competition, that is in fact binding. So if you've committed to a competition, for example, if you've committed to regional competition A, and if you have to drop out, or there is going to be a fee for dropping out for each competition. We just want to make sure that even for our partner competitions, it's not fair for teams to be able to drop out at the last minute or even after just saying that, yes, we're going to come and for competitions to start those preparations and then have teams drop out. But again, like I said, we have no restrictions from our end in terms of where teams compete. We just want to be able to make sure that, we just want to be able to make sure that we have as many teams competing as possible. The regions are geographic. I see a question about fairness in terms of number of teams. So the regions are geographic. However, we also make sure that each region has very similar, if not the same, hopefully, number of teams. Obviously, we know that certain regions within the US, like geographical locations, have more teams than others. So based off of how we see applications, geographic locations, number of teams from that, we'll make sure that that's divvied up properly and make sure that each region is really fair in terms of number of teams that are competing, and make sure that, again, that each competition is that best experience for you. Each team has the best possible experience. Each team is able to have that fair chance of attending nationals. Yeah, like Lokesh was saying, that we're going to stick around. Any questions that you guys have, if we weren't able to answer any questions, if you think of any questions after, you guys can reach out to us on directors@nddl.com. You guys can join the Discord, reach out to us. You guys can schedule a call through our Calendly. We would love to see all of you guys' applications come in. And like Lokesh had said, any applications that we see from you guys turned in by 11:59 Eastern today, we will waive that initial application fee. The roster fees will still be there, but that application fee will be waived. Thank you guys for showing up. Please let us know if you guys have any more questions, and we'll stick around.
And thank you guys so much for joining. We really hope we were able to provide you guys some clarity on the upcoming NDDL season, and also just some clarity into how this season will be different from our past seasons.
Okay, she got a very nice comment.
Yes. All right, guys, we're gonna hang here until 8:15. If you guys have any questions, oh yes, our team's password reset link doesn't work for our NDDL portal. Who should we contact to get that fixed? Akshita, if you can send us an email at directors@nddl.com, we can get that addressed for you very soon.
If you were in a competing team from last year and you had your login for the portal from there, that same login won't work. We're going to be we're issuing new logins throughout the new process. So as soon as you create a new application, you'd be creating new login information, and then you'd be using the new login information, not the information from last year. But again, if that didn't answer your question, please reach out to us at directors@nddl.com.
As you guys can tell, Rakshan is starting to get awkward. It seems like the questions have all been answered, which is amazing. We're very happy. And if there are still any more impeding questions, guys, please shoot us a DM, email us, text us, Discord message us. We don't bite. We're very transparent and very open to any questions you guys have for us. And with that, guys, have a great rest of your night. We will be logging off. And if there are any other questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us in any way you deem fit. But alrighty, guys, have a great night, and looking forward to seeing all of y'all's applications come in tonight with those waived app fees.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
like a disco ball. Dance जैसे तूफान. Feel your beating heart. Feel the beat and dance. Competition's on and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League. Desi Dance League. National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League. Desi Dance League. National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. We're the party that's gonna hit the stars. We're gonna show them what we came to do. Yeah. Grooving like we've got to prove that we're the champs. We choose to break the dance floor now. Yeah. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League. Desi Dance League. National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League. Desi Dance League. National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Rock you like a disco ball. Dance जैसे तूफान. Feel your beating heart. Feel the beat and dance. Competition's on and let the music run. Shine like the rising sun. Let's go seize the chance. Come and show me what you got. Here I go, we ready or not? Shake a leg, it's time to face off. National Desi Dance League. Desi Dance League. National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. National Desi Dance League. Desi Dance League. National Desi Dance League. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on.